Hobbits, the narrator explains, are little people, roughly half the size of humans, with thick hair on their feet, round bellies, and a love of good food, comfort, and security. Though some hobbits live in houses, they traditionally live in holes in the ground. The holes are not dank and smelly, but comfortable, cozy underground dwellings with all the amenities of their above-ground counterparts. The hole occupied by the hobbit known as Bilbo Baggins is called Bag Ends. It is quite a pleasant dwelling, with comfortable furniture and a well-stocked kitchen, nestled in a snug and little village under a hill. Bilbo's ancestry is somewhat noble by hobbit standards. His father was from the well-to-do conventional Baggins family, but his mother was from the Tooks, a wealthy, eccentric family infamous for their un-hobbit-like tendency to go on adventures. Despite his Took blood, however, Bilbo prefers to stay at home and live a quiet life. On the day the story begins, Bilbo is enjoying a pipe outside his front door when an old man with a long cloak and staff arrives. After the old man introduces himself, Bilbo recognizes him as the wizard Gandalf, who has created spectacular firework displays on holidays in Hobbiton, but Bilbo still looks at the old wizard with a suspicious eye. When Gandalf asks if Bilbo would be interested in going on an adventure, Bilbo declines and quickly excuses himself. He invites the wizard to come over for tea sometime, but only so as not to seem rude. In reality, he wants nothing to do with Gandalf and his adventures. When the doorbell rings the next afternoon, Bilbo assumes it is Gandalf. To his surprise, a dwarf named Dwalin pushes past him and promptly sits down to eat. Soon other dwarves begin to arrive, and as Bilbo's neat little home becomes crowded with dwarves, Bilbo becomes increasingly confused and annoyed. At last, Gandalf arrives with the head dwarf, Thorin. The 13 dwarves and the wizard nearly clean out Bilbo's pantry before finally sitting down to discuss their business. It soon becomes clear that Gandalf has volunteered Bilbo to be a burglar for the dwarves on their adventure. The hobbit protests, and the dwarves grumble that the soft little hobbit does not seem suited to their adventure. Gandalf, however, is certain that Bilbo is useful, and insists that there is more to the hobbit than meets the eye. The wizard then brings out an old map of a great mountain and points to a mysterious secret entrance, a door to which Thorin holds the key. Bilbo demands some clarification about the point of the whole adventure. Thorin explains that his father, Thror, mined the mountain shown on the map and discovered a wealth of gold and jewels. Thror then became king under the mountain, but his fantastic treasure attracted unwanted attention. Before long, the dragon Smaug came and killed or scattered all of Thror's people. The dragon has been guarding the treasure ever since. Thorin and the dwarves are out to reclaim their rightful inheritance, even though they are unsure of what to do with Smaug when they found him. Bilbo suspects that the dwarves want him to play a part in slaying the dragon. Although his Baggins side would like nothing better than to sit at home with his pipe, the Took influence in him fuels his curiosity about the adventure, and he is reluctantly excited by the tales of dragons and treasure and great battles. After looking at the map and discussing adventure with the company, the hobbit makes up beds for all his guests and then spends the night in troubled dreams.